This one right here.
Oh.
Hi. The first one is, besides doing the work on our karma and on the energy and the high vibration diet, is there anything that we can physically do to prepare for the ascension? And the shift in the energies, those energies. And then the second question is, what can we do to help? Is there a way to donate money? Do you have a vehicle through which we can donate money to support what you're doing and to support this whole process? And what can we do? Just, let's say this is the first time I've heard you speak or I know anything and I walked in. What can I do to help?
Yeah, I mean, I do take donations. I'm hopefully starting to get to a place to where I will not need donations, but we are crowdfunding this campaign. And our website, Comic Disclosure, did go live, and if people want to donate, they can there. And I'm sorry, what was the other part of your... The preparation is almost entirely a spiritual shift that we need to undergo. And our bodies and spirit, mind and spirit, are so interconnected that on the physical level, we do need to start being careful what we're putting in our bodies, what information we're putting in our minds. There's so much negative information or tainted information out there. It's really hard right now. Using discernment is very difficult. There's too much to discern. So this is going to be more of a spiritual type of answer than a physical one.
Hello. Our question is about, we have two questions. Can you talk more about the Alliance? Like, who are these beings? Are they humans? Are they hybrids? And are we all part of the Alliance because we're here? And what's yours about the timeline?
Oh yeah, is there a linear timeline as like when we're going to hit these clouds?
Okay, the second question first. We have been hitting the outskirts of these clouds since at least the 1930s, if not the 1920s. So it's been going on for a long time, but we're hitting to like the thickest part of it. I'm sorry, what was the other question? The Alliance, yes. Yes, anyone who is working to raise the vibration and to work for full disclosure, you're the Alliance. Yay! Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing that they've been trying to impart onto me is that every single one of us, we have to stop looking for something to come from the sky and change everything. Those of us that are going through this change, that are awakened, we are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that are going to fix this and change this. No one's going to come in and do it for us. We've helped contribute to the problem. We're going to have to contribute to the solution.
Hi, Corey. I have two things. One thing is the world's coming unglued right now. There's a lot of media bashing of Putin and Trump, and I know you guys have mentioned a couple things. I don't know if you want to share your viewpoint, if there's a lot of media lies, or if it is a true exposure going on. And also, when you're talking about individuals being connected with, have you heard of any like blue spheres being put around people? And if so, what would those actions be? What would be happening?
Typically, in my experience, if they've put a blue sphere around someone, they're trying to shield them from something or protect them from something.
So have you been aware of that happening?
Yes.
For people?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's happened to me, and the crew I was with on the Mars expedition. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then anything you can comment, because a lot of people are coming unglued out there, and it seems like, is the media like lying, or is it really true exposure of these people?
Well, there's so much propaganda from every side, every side, even the Alliance. There's a lot of propaganda with them, and the current president, I don't like to say Trump because so many people get triggered. The current president, even though he's really perplexing me on what he's doing with the environmental stuff and all of that, he was and is backed by this alliance that is trying to bring about disclosure and get rid of this syndicate that's been running the West.
Hi, Corey. Have the blue avians or anyone told you exactly how many dimensions our universe has? And would it be 11, which I could be wrong, but I think our current quantum physics says it's 11 dimensions. And could that, if in fact it is 11, is that why so many people see 1111 around, or some multiple of 11?
That's a good question, because I see it all the time too. It's bizarre. And usually to me that just is a synchronicity that means you're on the right path. Now, Tier Air had told me that there is an infinite number of densities. Now, I say infinite because everything is designed to return you to source. And if we're all one, and we're like fragments that are all trying to return back to source, and we have to go through these densities. Now, dimensions, parallel dimensions, there are infinite parallel dimensions.
Recently, Stephen Greer went on record saying you're a really nice guy, but
I'm brainwashed.
Yeah. That the human trafficking that you talk about out there is a falsehood. And I wanted to see if you had a response to his claims on record.
Yeah, he's had his briefings. I think a lot of his briefings have come from the Air Force faction, and they believe what they're telling him, and I don't see why he would have a reason to doubt them. So, the positive, negative aliens existing, that's just a belief system. We all have them. Science is a belief system. So I can't fault him for having his own beliefs, because we all have our own beliefs, and not everyone's going to agree with me. And, there's some stuff that I'm sure I've gotten wrong, that when we do get a disclosure event, I will see that there are some things that I'm human. The things I observed on the glass pad, that was decades ago. So, I really don't have anything against him or any negative feelings towards him, because I know that he's on his journey and doing the best he can, just like each of us are.
Hi, Corey. I want to say thank you for everything you've done and for risking your life to bring this forward.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. You're all going to be on my next vlog. Well, I think we're getting close to the end here. Yes. By 2026. The question Linda asked was, why is Elon Musk so determined to get to Mars by 2026? There is a time window that it's between 2018 and 2024 that these different syndicate groups have used probable future technologies, Plano classical physics on the mechanics of our solar system when they were going to reach this the most energetic part of this cloud, and that's when they're expecting this flash and these events to occur, is in that time window. A lot of the elites are pumping money into finding a way to get off the planet and to put colonies on other planets for continuity of species in case something happens to the Earth. And a lot of them believe that they have different beliefs about what's going to occur when the solar flash happens. Some of them believe it's just going to knock out electronics for a little while. It's going to be like the the year 2000, the Y2K thing, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Others believe we're going to get hit by a giant mass coronal ejection and burn everything up. The groups that believe that are seeding information to people that have the resources to go off planet to start to do a continuity of species program, which we've already had since the 50s and 60s. We've already been creating vaults out in a place that you asked me about that I said I couldn't say a whole lot about at Contact in the Desert. I was trying to be quiet here. There are continuity of species vaults that they plan on using to repopulate the planet, or also after they terraform Mars. So Elon Musk, his agenda, I believe, is a good one. He's wanting to, I guess, break free from the control system that wants to keep us out of space. And same with Virgin Space. They're trying to get out and not only set up a situation to where there would be continuity of species if an event happened on Earth, but they also are wanting to start to take advantage of the vast minerals that are out there. There are asteroids out there that are a good part, like precious metals and rare, what we call rare earth minerals, that they can mine and use. Legislation's already been passed for it to protect them legally if they, to where it's sort of like any human rights violations that happen or anything, they won't be held accountable on Earth for the things that'll happen. And that's a law that was already passed. That's out there. I can get the information on the name of the law, but Dr. Sala has reported on it extensively. Okay, we'll do one or two more.
Okay, thank you again. And I'd like you to elaborate a little bit, if you could, on the 20 and back program and the timelines that you saw there and compare them to what you're seeing on your second 20.
Well, when you're in the 20 and back program, you're completely isolated from everything that's occurring on Earth. You're isolated from television, radio. There wasn't the internet when we traveled back then, but they do not allow you access to any information that you could use to exploit once you've been returned to the regular timeline. So I would not have seen anything because I was completely removed from the Earth for that time period. Well, back in the day, they used to use mainly a chemical type of blank slating. It was a chemical. They used chemicals and then hypnosis, and program you with screen memories, which are the hardest things to shake loose. 3 to 5% of the people that they blank slate, the memories come back. And these are usually the intuitive empaths or the highly sensitives. So what occurs is that you have this physical hard drive here. Well, what you're experiencing is not only stored right here, otherwise you wouldn't have memory of past lives. What occurs is that you have all this information up in the cloud virtually. And people that are intuitive empaths or highly sensitives, they have more of a connection to their higher self. And it's almost like if you have a hard drive die on you in a data center, or something happens to where the information is removed from the hard drive, it just backs up or downloads from the cloud or the backup. And this is a process that happens. It happens in trickles, and then it just hits you all at once. And most of it hit me within 2 weeks of coming back. It started to hit me. Then I had a lot of the screen memories that, originally my memory of when I was taken from my house to enter the program was that I was teleported through some sort of Stargate out of my room. After I all of the screen memories had been broken through, I remembered I got up, walked out of my house to the front, got in a white van, and they drove me to Carswell Air Force Base. So they're real. I mean, they're brilliant in how they do this brainwashing and blank slating, and they're diabolical. I can't hear. Yes, well, a lot of the people that have had these 20 and back experiences, and a lot of scientists, they'll do 6 years or 8 years, and they'll come back and they've been not only have they been blank slated, but they've been given screen memories that causes them to have a reaction and be the biggest skeptics of all. That they just won't, that's just crazy talk. When they were up there serving. So it's different with each person how they can't use the same type of blank slating and mind control with each person too. They have to have a personality profile and understand how it's a huge process, and it's a very involved process. It's not just a matter of them giving you a shot, giving you a false memory, and then patting you on the butt and saying go on your way. It's a huge process. One more.
Hi, Corey.
Where are we?
I'm right here.
Oh.
Hi. Okay, my question, hope it's not too silly, and it might have been answered already, but it's pretty simple. It's concerning what we're going through right now and all the protesting that's happening all over the country. And to me, I've been having mixed feelings, especially my generation's been like a generation where they want to stand up and they want to be heard. Yet I feel that the tactics of protesting might not be the best from my perception. My question to you is, what are the blue avians? What would be your advice to this whole rising of protesting against something that we know it kind of has to happen and whatnot?
Well, I do believe that there need to be protests, but I do know for a fact that the control structure right now, it's divide and conquer. And they know that the gig is up. They want us to be at each other's throats, because imagine all of that passion being directed at the control structure and how quickly they would, it would be over. They cannot allow that to happen. So if we can redirect this passion, it would be a good thing. Yeah.